Malaysia's headline inflation continued to cool in October, mainly due to moderating growth in the prices of food and non-alcoholic beverages. According to the Department of Statistics, the Consumer Price Index rose 1.8% from a year earlier, lower than the 1.9% increase recorded in September and the slowest rate since April 2021. Prices for food at home rose at 2.1% in October versus 2.5% in September, while the food away from home component slowed to a 5.6% increase compared with 5.9% the month prior. Chief Statistician Datuk Sri Dr. Muhammad Uzair Mahidin said most of the states booked increases below the national inflation level of 1.8%, save for Putrajaya at 2.7%, Sarawak 2.5%, Perak 2.2% and Selangor 1.9%. The lowest were Kedah, Terengganu, Negeri Sembilan and Kelantan at 1.3%. Core inflation increased at a slower pace at 2.4%. Separately, a Bloomberg report said the majority of 26 economists it surveyed in the past week expect Bank Negara to keep borrowing costs steady even up to 2025, extending a rate pause that started in July. This as price pressures diminish and economic growth stays resilient. Sime Darby Plantation booked 1.21 billion ringgit in third quarter FY 2023 earnings, up threefold from 396 million ringgit in the previous corresponding quarter. This as the planter's upstream segment jumped 120%, led by the strong recovery of its operations in Malaysia. It also recorded a non-recurring profit before interest and taxes of 876 million ringgit, mainly from the sale of land in Malaysia and the stake disposal in two of its Indonesian subsidiaries. As for its top line, it said revenue fell 11.5% to 4.77 billion ringgit amid lower crude palm oil and palm kernel average realised prices. Meanwhile, Sime Darby Property saw third quarter FY 2023 net profit jump more than twofold to 144.91 million ringgit from 56.13 million ringgit a year earlier on the back of higher revenue, and said it is on track to surpass its FY 2023 sales target of 2.7 billion ringgit. Revenue grew 52.4% to 1 billion ringgit, driven by improvements in the property development segment, higher sales from residential and industrial products, and increased on-site progress development. Sime Darby Plantation's shares ended the day down 0.5% to 4 ringgit 34 sen, while Sime Darby Property closed 5.9% higher at 63 sen. The Securities Commission, or SC, is withdrawing its claim against Apex Equity Holdings and its unit Apex Securities over a takeover bid by the former's second-largest shareholder, Ace Group. Apex Equity said a consent judgment was recorded at the High Court yesterday between the group, Apex Securities and the Commission, and that this spelled the conclusion of the material litigation. Among the salient features of this judgment consent is that Apex Equity shall appoint as a director a person who has no prior relationship, interaction and/or connection with Ace Holdings or any related companies with Ace. In its filing with the bourse, it said the next case management is fixed on December 21st for the SC to update the High Court on the status of the judicial review proceedings. At the close, Apex's shares traded 3.5% higher at 1 ringgit 17 sen, giving it a market capitalization of 249.9 million ringgit. Tenaga Nasional saw its third quarter FY 2023 net profit dip by 3.7% year-on-year, despite stronger demand for electricity, as earnings were squeezed by negative fuel margin. Net profit tumbled to 856.2 million ringgit, although the higher sales of electricity drove revenue up by 3.9% to 13.47 billion ringgit. Commenting on its results, the group said it reported a fair performance despite the challenging global environment and that its receivables and working capital position have improved, backed by a good collection rate and easing pressure on coal prices. As the overall economy is projected to grow at 4% for the year, the utility giant said it foresees a stable performance and will continue to remain cautious on the impact of fuel prices and currency volatility on its earnings. It aims to continue to take prudent measures in managing its operational and financial requirements to ensure its resilience. Shares of TNB closed 0.2% lower at 10 ringgit today, giving it a market capitalization of 57.87 billion ringgit. Sunway's real estate arm is teaming up with the master developer of Putrajaya to develop commercial land within the administrative capital. Sunway Property and Putrajaya Holdings inked an MOU which lays the foundation for future cooperation in sectors including medical, education, property development and hospitality in precincts 7 and 8. The cooperative effort will also explore the development of a medical centre in one of the parcels. Sunway Property Managing Director Serena Chia said the MOU signifies a major step forward for the company to leverage its build-own-operate business model to deliver livability as well as advances in property development and healthcare in Putrajaya. It will bring to the table its expertise in developing smart and sustainable integrated townships and developments, which will be combined with Putrajaya Holdings' master planning experience to create a vibrant and innovative development utilizing key learnings from its successful developments. Sunway's shares rose 0.51% to 1 ringgit 97 cent, valuing it at 9.86 billion ringgit.